doing it over here, the microphone doesn't catch that. If I do it here, then we're back.
There you go.
Yeah, look at it on them there. That's awesome.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh shit, he said fuck it.
Oh. What are the other ones? Kilt lifters? They look like kilt lifters. Nope, not
white.
They are kind of stubby like that, huh?
Yeah, shape-wise.
I just meant like the tops were beige-ish, I guess.
Not beige enough. Needed more beige. Hook it up with that beige.
Oh, wow, that's cool, guys. Fuck me with a cup holder, right? Okay, I see how it is.
You know, I actually thought about they have like these side holders for these these sort of armchairs, and then get like a couple of. Trust me, I've thought about this. I really have. Only because if I was sitting there, I would also want a cup holder. Mm-hmm. So I feel you. Trust me.
Yeah,
smart.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it, man. You know, I can only buy so many chairs. So many chairs.
You didn't remind me to bring you money.
We've had this chair for like 2 weeks now, and we were supposed to.
It's more comfortable than it looks, and I feel less like I'm on a porn. So, than I thought I would.
That's the wood. It's the wood accents.
It is 100%.
So he's like, "Don't sit on it hard." I'm like,
"Yeah,
sitting is the softest thing you could do to something."
Yeah, but don't fall. Like when I fall into a chair. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to give people.
Because you deserved it.
I'm well rested.
Can we clink so I can fucking drink this?
Oh yeah. On today's episode of the podcast, we have our great friend Jack Wise.
Hi.
Star Wars enthusiast.
Hell yeah.
Would you call yourself a Star Wars enthusiast?
I think Jack's just an enthusiast.
Nice. That's
of all things.
That's very kind.
That's fair.
I'm just not many people that have that degree of passion about certain nerdy aspects in life, I think.
And by certain, he means every nerdy aspect of life.
Yeah.
I mean, name another dungeon master that is as dedicated to the craft.
I mean, if I could name any other dungeon master, I feel like that's brownie points alone.
Fair. You can't say Matt Mercer. That's cheating.
I don't even know who that is.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, yep, that's sad.
Is he from the skateboarding Mercer family?
Yes.
Nope.
No, not at all.
No,
not even close.
It's not where he got his wealth from.
Actually, he could be. I have no idea. Star Wars.
Yeah,
well, Star Wars is fuck.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a very special time of the year right now.
Yes.
December.
And
what do we celebrate in December, guys?
Fucking Star Wars.
That's right.
Christmas.
Fuck Santa.
Oh.
Hey.
No, I literally
can't say that on the show. There's a lot of Santa lovers.
Christians.
I almost said Christians, and I was like, that's too easy.
I don't even understand how it has a Christian. Like, nothing about Santa Claus seems like it. That we still.
It's just the birth of Christ.
Christmas. Christ. That's it. That's all I got.
That's it.
It's one of those many things stolen from the fucking pagans or some other.
Not the pagans.
Yeah, I heard a rumor on Twitter today that
rumors on Twitter
that Jesus wasn't even born on Christmas.
He wasn't. He was born in like July or some shit.
Damn. Jesus, where's the birth certificate?
Terrible.
Too topical. Yeah. Yeah, well, we're here to talk about
Star Wars? No.
Swars?
SWOTOR?
Let's not disrespect Star Wars with any shitty nicknames. How
hey,
about
man.
that?
Yeah,
it needed an abbreviation of some kind, and you can go SW.
SW.
SW. I hate when people are like SW. Like we're supposed to know that means Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. That's why you say swars.
Swars.
May the swars be with you.
It
like came from somewhere, man. I'm just telling you that.
Disease.
Do you remember your first
you read my notes.
Star Wars memory?
Yeah.
Is that really on your notes? Is that your first one too?
Yeah.
Good shit.
I mean, granted, none of us were born when the movies were in theaters, so.
Yeah.
I mean, the originals.
Yeah.
I don't have. My first memory isn't of the originals. So.
What is it?
Okay, that's impressive.
My first memory isn't of Star Wars. It's going to see Star Wars.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's weird. So me and my dad went to see it. Maybe my mom. I don't remember. But I just remember being in the car driving to the Rainbow Promenade, and we were going to see the Phantom Menace. I don't remember being in the theater watching it. I just remember driving to it.
I have a very similar
I was so young when that movie came
out. So Taco Bell and KFC, or like KFC, Pizza Hut, like, you know, those three little combos. They did Phantom Menace cut toppers, right?
Yeah.
Before seeing the Phantom Menace, we went and got food. and we got wherever, like, I forget if it was Taco Bell or whatever, but we got the drink toppers. And I remember because we had a Jar Jar Binks one. And I remember before that movie came out, I was really excited that I got Jar Jar Binks. Now, that being said...
Before that movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a kid, I still really liked Jar Jar.
Everybody did. No one wants to admit it. But everybody did.
I don't think Jar Jar's as bad as people give him flack for.
I think...
we're going to have him on the podcast next week.
Yeah, the biggest argument... I'm sure you could book that guy for a reasonable price.
He hates that role.
I would
Does
imagine.
he?
That's why he doesn't play him in Clone Wars. It's like a really, really, really bad impression.
Yeah.
Like, some episodes is good, some is bad. And you're like, what the fuck's going on?
Isn't it Phil Lamar?
It probably is.
Phil Lamar's like everything.
Yeah. It's a rough.
Is that like a well-known voice actor?
Voice actor? Yeah, he's the...
he's in Futurama, Samurai Jack.
Oh, sure.
He's the only black guy in Futurama.
But he's the only white guy in a Samurai Jack.
And the only Gungan in Star Wars.
I don't know. That's not true. He's a samurai. His name is Jack. I mean, how fucking Asian could that name be?
That's fair.
Yeah, right?
That's fair.
Samurai Jack.
Truthfully, I always thought that Samurai Jack was white.
No, dude, he's got a top knot. He's from straight up Japan or someplace.
Is he? Could have added a little bit of color to him. Just throwing that out there.
Look again.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think it's just because he's got a white, like, kimono.
He's high in potassium.
Is he? What? I'm going to have to look that back.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Bring that up. What's your memory?
My first memory of Star Wars. So when I was growing up, I actually had the VHS box set of the original trilogy, which actually like ended up being worth a ton of money these days. But we sold it like 20 years too early.
Oh, no.
But yeah, it was like a VHS box set. It came with 3 movies and it had Yoda, Vader, and then Palpatine, I think, on the side. It's pretty cool.
Do you remember any of the movies? Like, do you remember like actually watching the movies?
Yeah, like similar to Jack with the prequels. Like the company I used to work for, Petroglyph Games, they did a yearly event where they would like holiday party the works, and it was always Star Wars because that company was working on a Star Wars game at the time.
Oh shit, really?
So like everyone there was just a fucking massive nerd. So I got to see Star Wars for free. Like all the...
Were you working there when that happened?
No, but my mom did. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
I was like way too young when...
Yeah, I was thinking like, how the hell did you have a job at that point?
Yeah.
He always had a job. He always had that job.
I was 4 years old, I think. No, that's way too young, but... What? I was like...
I wonder if that picks up.
Probably. Special guest Winona.
It's the first time she's been on the podcast since.
It's actually Phil Lamar. The Gungan. Yeah, Star Wars is it's surprising how long it's been around when you really get down to thinking about it, because I feel like
70s, like
I know
50 years.
So you're going back and watching the trilogies.
Have they done a 50-year?
I don't fucking know. Probably.
Pull that up.
It's not Doctor Who.
I think it was like late 70s. So
you know, I'll admit I wasn't as a kid. I mean, I liked Star Wars, you know, but I don't think it was until my adulthood that I really started to appreciate Star Wars.
For sure.
You know, just because like as a kid, I couldn't remember being like, oh, Phantom Menace is coming out. Oh, we got to go see Attack of the Clones. We got to go see Revenge of the Sith. Because I don't remember seeing those in theaters.
I don't remember seeing them in theaters, but I feel like I had that feeling for at least Revenge of the Sith. Because at that point,
I remember
you're a little deep.
being fucking stoked for that movie to come out.
We had thoughts.
Yeah.
We started developing our own opinions and things like that. Yeah. But then you look back universally, it's like disliked. And you're like, what? That shit was so cool.
Dude, that's the story of my entire childhood.
Yeah, dude. Everybody fucking hates Star Wars movies except for people who watch the ones in theaters that they love.
Yeah.
It's, I think just, like, we're all nerds here, right? But the nerds need to chill.
Yep.
Like, quit fucking arguing the logistics and how much sense the show about space wizards makes.
Someone was like, this is the worst Star Wars movie since the last worst Star Wars movie. And I'm like, that's literally every fucking, every article when Star Wars comes
I can't
out.
wait for the next petition to remake the next Star Wars movie comes out.
Ooh, that's always fun. The Game of Thrones one was way worse.
So stupid.
But yeah, to remake it, like, my favorite thing, I love asking this, when they're like, oh, it should have ended different. I'm like, how would you have ended it?
Yeah, right.
And they never have an answer. No one ever
has an answer except there is a really exceptional series on YouTube where some guy takes the first 3 movies and essentially rewrites them and makes it so much fucking cooler.
Is it like a recut of it, or he
watched
just
it at
like
work? I'm pretty sure at one
like
point.
he's like just telling you, right?
Yeah. He essentially like he wrote his own
patience for it when I tried to watch it. I think
he like wrote his own abridged version of the script, like a fucking Cliff Notes essentially, and like picture board, storyboard kind of thing. And so he goes over like major plot points, and I think he has some really shitty drawings that goes along with it.
I like that. That's like what you took from that. You're like, his artwork just absolute garbage. His talking points, amazing.
Yeah. I remember watching it. Like we saw the first episode, and it was all over episode 1.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I have to watch the next 2. And then like for the next few days, all I could think about was like, those are the Star Wars movies that I wanted to see.
Would you though?
Yeah. Do you remember anything like? What was there something specific that he changed that stood out?
I think he changed it to make more of like. Because you know with the first 3 movies that Anakin Skywalker is eventually going to be Darth Vader. Palpatine. And yes, Palpatine. So like they sort of like take that expectation and twist it so that I think Obi-Wan's more of a main character, and then like it really bonds Obi-Wan and Anakin a little bit more together, and it changes a lot of the bullshit parts of the original or of the prequels and makes them just better.
It's super weird when you think back that like they wrote them so out of order.
Yeah,
like I never understood that. Like whose idea was that? Like, let's make a movie series, but let's start on the 4th one.
Well, I could be completely wrong about this, but I remember reading. I could definitely be wrong about this. George Lucas didn't want to make 1 through 3 because of the technology that was available with filmmaking. He thought, I will make 4, 5, and 6 before, because that's easy to do. And then we'll put out 1, 2, and 3 once technology comes out.
Right.
Because if you think about it, what 4, 5, and 6 are so much more smaller scale movies as compared to like you look at Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones is a massive movie. Like,
but there's like a leap of like 40 years there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like imagine Attack of the Clones coming out in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 80s. It would be
Star Wars for the
time
like
it would just be significantly more political than what it was.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
True, actually, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because that's the one. Like that's the worst part of Star Wars is the politics that they try to.
Is the underlying?
Yeah.
The Senate.
In the
separatist plot.
Someone was like, if you think about it, I forget if it's 1 or 2. They're like, this movie is just about trade tariffs. And then sure enough, like the opening scroll is like something trade federations, and I was like, this movie is about fucking trade tariffs. Like
they sent Jedis to discuss taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
They really did though.
But that's like a power move though. Like
for sure.
Like like they sent Jedis, so they were like, hey, shit's about to go bad.
I mean, there's like as soon as they send the Jedis, the first thing they do is try and kill the Jedis.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And then those like Chinese aliens.
Racist.
Dude, they are hella racist though. The stereotypes of those aliens.
They really are.
Yeah.
They're just like so exact. But that's the thing with Star Wars too. Accents have never made any sense in it because it's like these guys are French and these guys are German and these guys are British.
This guy's British, and then you're like, but he's from like a planet far, far away, and it's like, still British, bro. Still British. Yeah. Sorry.
Lots of planets have a north. Yeah. That's always what I think of whenever I think of that. I'm just like, well, maybe if you're from the north of Naboo, you sound like a wanker. It's just how
I want to hear a Mexican Jedi.
Right? That's true. You guys are underrepresented.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That sure. I think that's why.
Maybe Kit Fisto if he would have had a line. No, he was a black dude in
Phil Lamar.
Fuck a Zoodle Jew. Is that true?
100%.
That's powerful. I will say Attack of the Clones, Jango Fett being a brown guy. I think that's why I fuck with Jango Fett so much. Jango Fett's my all-time favorite character, but a brown dude. Oh yeah, it's not a great choice. Yeah, I'm well aware.
Yeah. So technically, everything else is the minority because there's a lot of fucking clones.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think about that.
I take back what I said before.
I don't give them too much credit on that.
You're overrepresented.
You damn Hispanics. You're always out here trying to take our stormtrooper jobs.
Wow. You know how that went.
Yeah, independent contractors, man.
They were not paid at all.
You don't think so? You think there's a draft? You think there's a draft
for the
in Star Wars?
Stormtroopers?
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell for the Stormtroopers, but I know for sure for the First Order troopers, them motherfuckers was taking as babies.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's.
Oh, that's right. That's
Finn.
kind of Finn things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually read up a lot on the extended universe stuff and even some of the stuff that still is in there and like how all the clones actually died out because it was like something I was always wondering.
They showcase it in Rebels.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Because there's as you follow the Clone Wars, you get close to a select number of clones. And then once you get to Rebels, there's actually a few of them that survived that didn't fucking execute Order 66 sort of shit.
Execute Order 66.
That was way better than mine.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do it.
What? I think about that so much now. I hate that you like brought it because then literally the next day Star Wars was on, and then it was that scene, and I was like,
Do it.
and everyone's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Do it." And then I like pointed to the TV, and then he like, sure enough, do it. And I was like, "Is that?" Just imagine that voice, and that's him.
That's a great Palpatine moment, but the one I like even more is when I think it's during that same scene where he's just like, yes. He's like really, really, really excited at
at
like
Anakin for
and Obi-Wan
trying to kill
fighting
Dooku. Yeah. He's like he gives like the most corniest. Oh, they did it! Oh, they're doing so good! Oh, we're gonna win!
And he was legitimately excited, but in reality, like he was kind of faking.
Yeah, he was like, "Man, I really don't hope he kills him."
No, I don't think so at all.
Ian McDermott.
Because Palpatine knew that he was trying to groom Anakin to be the next Sith Lord, and there can only be two. So with Vader gone, that meant that Dooku was the second, or not Vader. With Maul gone, Dooku was the second. So Dooku needed to go so Anakin could come through.
So was that like a prophecy that Anakin was supposed to become?
The prophecy is
that balance to the Force.
Balance to the Force. Yeah.
You were my breath.
But I'm saying like, was there like, did everyone kind of know that Anakin was the one, or was it like it just happened
Jedi
to be
Council did, I think, for the most part. Because
Only Qui-Gon believed that. Everybody else was like, "This bitch."
Yeah.
Like
that's why
you were
that
strong in the dark side.
The kid from Jingle All the Way.
we give you the title of master, but you cannot sit on the council.
Yep.
Oh,
I actually wonder what that like. I didn't even think of this before, but if Anakin wasn't really the person who was supposed to bring the Force, was it Luke?
No, it's Rey.
It's Rey. Yeah. Like each one has been a different prophecy.
Yeah. They've got it wrong every single time. Every single time. They're like, it's gonna be our boy Anakin, and then it's like, nope,
wasn't him.
It's gonna be Luke. It's like, nah, he doesn't want it.
Sort of, but no,
Yeah, he doesn't want it. And then Rey's like, I don't know who my parents are. They're like,
it's you.
It's you. It's gotta be you.
You're done.
It's gotta
You're
be
it.
you.
She knows how to use a staff. She's the one.
My favorite thing ever. I still remember reading this when the first one came out. How she stabs people, like she,
and everyone
uses
thinks that she's dark side.
Yeah, because only the Sith use the stab maneuver.
Well, she's untrained, and she was
the only thing she knows how to do is use a staff. Like that's such
true.
a bullshit theory because how many different attacks can you do with a staff? You can hit one way, you can hit the other way, and you can do a little jabby jab.
You could do a little throw a little jabby jab.
Can confirm.
And there is nothing Sithy
Imagine
about jabby
Yoda, just a little jabby jab, just jabby jab right there. She's like, are you sure? It's just like, jabby jab.
Yeah. I don't know,
So then she's gonna kill it with the two lightsabers. Like I know this is probably some vision scene or something like that.
It's 100% a vision scene. There's no way.
Yeah. But like two-handed lightsaber, she would probably.
Yeah,
kill
it's weird because it's like this fucking weird like fucking twin popsicle stick
so strange.
that breaks up into some
Like, you would cut
elongated
yourself
staff
real quick.
bullshit. Like,
You'd be like, oh fuck, my arm.
why? No, I
There's
don't
a lot of
want
trial and error. You know, like the first time they tried to get like the thing, like it just like broke off.
And it's like so inefficient. Like, hold on, please I need to dual blade this really quick. Whereas when you have the actual dual bladed lightsaber, it's just, that's it. Just a boop.
Yeah. That being said, if you guys are wondering what to get me for Christmas, little switchblade lightsaber.
I haven't even seen that toy yet. I'm sure
Dude,
it's out there.
I feel like that would be the toy of the year. You know what I'm saying? If I was a kid
That's fair.
and I loved Star Wars, I'd be like, I want the fucking
when
lightsaber.
Did Kylo's lightsaber come out? Did it come out before or after the movie?
I think it did come out before because it was heavily shown in the market.
Yeah. They really banked it, and then I love that lightsaber.
And obviously,
too.
Star Wars
It's so
was
dope.
built on toys or for toys, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it
but
makes
no one
sense.
wanted fucking Rey's lightsaber. All right.
Well, it's just Luke's.
Yeah.
I don't want that shit either.
I
all right?
bought that shit.
That was
years
fucking.
ago.
That was It was 20 years ago. We want new lightsabers.
I think she might actually end up getting her own or something. Part of the thing with that vision,
She
you
has
see-
to. Hers broke.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did it?
And she has one in the
Oh
trailer.
yeah,
right?
they
With
do
the
the thing. And then, who got the
yeah.
crystal?
So that's what I was gonna say. Is I've been reading the Marvel comics Darth Vader series.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good, but it tells the story of how he, turns his lightsaber red, and he has to first go kill a Jedi, and then
He loses
has
his
to,
lightsaber.
Huh?
He loses his lightsaber, doesn't he?
Like his green one or whatever.
He had a blue
Obi-Wan takes that.
Because
Obi-Wan
because
takes
the
It's not the same lightsaber. It's
so he
complete-
gets a new
essentially-
lightsaber.
He has to kill a Jedi, and then he can rebuild the lightsaber. But he has to
Do the
bend
younglings
kyber
count?
crystal.
Yeah, right. I was thinking
The
he killed a lot of
younglings,
Jedi.
yeah.
Well, he has to Palpatine after he puts him in the suit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's
He's like, "Where's your lightsaber?" And then he's like, "Obi-Wan took it." And then he's like, "Well, go
You
fucking
let-
kill a Jedi and get another one."
you let Obi-Wan
Oh, I see.
take your lightsaber.
So he has to kill the Jedi, take their kyber crystal, and then he has to bend it to his will. And when he does that, he actually sees the alternative path his life could have taken if he went
Wasn't
back
a
to the light
bitch?
at that point.
Yeah.
And he
Was he
essentially
a bitch?
he essentially goes
Was
and finds Obi-Wan.
He
He was a bitch. I mean,
bitch.
I mean,
He
he
lived a
kinda
happy
was.
life like a bitch.
but yeah, he has to he relives what his life could have been like, and he essentially gives up on helping Palpatine and goes to Obi-Wan and asks him to kill him. So the thing with Rey is if she
Wait, he really did that?
No. That's what the kyber crystal
okay,
tells him
gotcha.
he should do, and he's like, "Fuck you, bitch! I want to be evil.
I want to be evil.
I want it to be red,
I want
like the blood." I don't know his.
He's Russian now, huh?
Yeah, but I think the Rey's vision of her being evil could be related to that kind of thing where
Oh,
she's
where
trying
she's
to build her
getting
own lightsaber.
Yeah.
Maybe she has a Kylo's crystal or something.
Mhm.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And
I
it's
mean,
turn
yeah.
evil, and she's like, no. And the good one.
This is what would have happened if you went with Kylo.
And now we could make toys for both sides.
Why are all kyber crystals Russian? I don't
know.
understand.
I just,
Well,
you know,
know.
it makes a lot of sense though.
Kyber is Russian of space.
It's just a snowy fucking planet.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
all it is.
It's not too far off from Russia.
It's actually salt. Okay.
I think you're thinking of
No, it's a fucking joke. Yeah, it was salt because it was like,
me and Jack recently
it's a
played
sm-
Jedi Fallen Order, and we went to that planet and we lived.
What he
it.
said.
What's that? What's that planet called? That's right. That's right.
Shit.
Don't defend
It's
it.
not Kyber, but actually that planet ends up being Starkiller Base.
Kyber?
I don't think the planet's called Kyber.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that? It's
No.
it's teased in that game. You find documents of them making plans to turn that planet into
No
Starkiller Base.
shit.
Which
Yeah.
one? The one that?
The one where the Kyber crystals are found, where all the Jedi go on a pilgrimage to.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that they blow up in Rogue One.
No.
No.
No, the Starkiller
planet-
Base,
Starkiller
the
Base is-
giant Death Star planet.
Yeah, from Force
That's a
Awakens.
planet where Jedis used to go in order to get
Oh.
kyber crystals to make their lightsabers.
Gotcha.
And then they harvest the energy from that planet to
Because kyber
blow up
crystals.
other planets.
Now we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Size comparison from Death Star to Starkiller Base. Outrageous?
Quite
Not
large.
not outrageous.
It's like a 2001 Godzilla to.
I would
latest
say it's
Godzilla.
like Moon to Earth because the Death Star was literally
That's
about
true.
the size of a moon,
Yeah.
probably smaller, and
How did they
the
propel
Oh,
the
that's no,
Stark-
that's no moon. Yeah.
Oh, they
yeah,
didn't.
Starkiller Base is a
Moon.
fucking planet.
Yeah.
So
It's a base.
Planet base.
Kill
it's a
stars.
planet. Yeah.
Do you think as it started to deteriorate, they built they kind of reinforced the sphere shape, or they were like, we're just gonna build around this planet?
Yeah, that's true because it has a giant it's carved in the middle. Right?
Yeah, I don't
Is that
know.
what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Who cares?
I mean, they managed to do a lot in a really short amount of time because Fallen Order takes place 5 years after 4 and
I thought it was after 3.
after 3. Yeah, it takes place 5 years after 3, and then how many years pass? Like not even however old Luke is, 60 years, and they managed to fucking turn an entire
it must have taken a
planet.
long ass time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they already had the idea.
The Empire's
you
got
know,
the
like
resources.
they built the first one, and then like the second one, they were able to be like, "Hey, we
Yeah,
we
but
know
could-
how to do this." And
Could
then they
you
were
imagine
like,
us building something on the Earth for the next 60 years and
Mm-hmm.
turning the Earth into something else?
A weapon.
"Yeah, 100," especially if it's a weapon. Yeah,
Yeah.
We found those. weapons
Russia,
of mass
America would be
destruction.
like, "Hey, we got this idea." Everyone's like, "No, that's a terrible idea." It's like, well, we'll just fucking kill you then. Like, we're gonna build this massive space planet. It's gonna be a sweet base. It's gonna blow up other planets. Just whatever.
Cool.
Fuck Mars.
Fuck Mars.
Fuck
So
Elon
since
Musk.
we all started on prequels, do you guys think you would have liked Star Wars as much if you just saw the original trilogy?
Ooh.
Fuck
No, I don't think so either because I rewatched them all and they're vague as fuck.
Well, the thing...
They're just not my favorite movies.
The thing that really brings me out, like, as a nerd when it comes to Star Wars is Jedi. And
Fucking lightsabers, bro.
fucking Luke is cool, and the coolest thing he does isn't even in the fucking originals. So, like,
What is the
Talk
coolest
about
thing he
him
does?
like
the coolest thing he does is fights Kylo Ren as an entire fucking hologram and jukes the fuck out of that bitch.
Unnecessarily too.
That's pretty true. Yeah.
Could have just taken it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you're
like,
right
I
there.
just...
That being said, when they have like all that AT-ATs like shoot laser
That
beams
shit's
at him,
cool.
and then you're like,
And then he's like,
oh shit, he's like for sure dead. And then like they do that, and then you're kind of like in your head, you're like, oh, it's fucking badass. But at the same time, you're like, that's fucking stupid. How do you do that? I feel like that's the thought that I had, where I was like, oh, he's gonna brush this off, and then sure enough, he does, and I was like,
literally.
I was like,
Literally
that's
brushes it off.
I'm like, that's tight. But then at the like back of my head, I'm like, this is stupid. Like,
Nah, dude, I didn't...
and then they did the fucking Force Ghost thing, and I was like, ah,
I enjoyed
genius.
it.
I
really,
love the Force. Yeah, the Force Ghost part.
I think that The Last Jedi
Spoilers.
was a better movie than Force Awakens.
I think it was too. Like Reno, since I've been rewatching them, for the last 2 months, I think I enjoyed it more overall. But I really enjoyed Force Awakens too.
So did I.
I will say, you know where they go to the planet, the gambling planet.
Canto Blight, yeah.
Yeah, you can take that whole fucking scene.
There's I've watched an extensive amount of YouTube videos about that specific area, and it's
And they were like,
it's
so pertinent.
it's actually important. It's in the movie entirely for pacing, because it breaks up all of the fast paced shit that's happening. I'm good. I don't want that one.
I'll take it.
I won't blow my.
Did you hear Bill Burr name drop that in the latest episode of Mandalorian? Not the latest one, but
Yeah, no, I like, and honestly, that was my favorite episode of The Mandalorian so far.
apparently the new one's really crazy, but I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't
came
seen,
out on-
I haven't
came out
seen
today.
any episode.
What? Well, that changes
holidays.
things.
Although Friday's not a holiday, but yeah, new episode of Mandalorian's out now. Supposedly it's like the best.
Well,
episode
it probably
I've seen.
came out first because Star Wars
Finish that
comes out
beer.
on Friday.
Telling me to finish.
Yeah, finish it so we can all start this one, and this will be perfect pacing,
Yeah.
just like that gambling planet in The Last
It's a
Jedi.
strategy.
He brought it back.
Bam. All right,
It's not good, Canto Blight, but
that's not.
it's
Yeah, I didn't.
And
hate it, but it was
Benicio
just-
del Toro, I get that he.
Oh, he
that
was
his-
trash.
Yeah,
He was
but I was so excited because it's like
just like
he was
him.
supposed to be Darth Maul as a.
Oh,
would have been just atrocious.
It was. I mean, it was. It's fucking Darth Maul. Darth Maul says like one thing, you know.
Yeah,
So it's
but it
like-
would have had a fucking lisp or some way.
But no, like, but at the
I
same
don't know
time,
if he
like,
was
no
that
one knows.
complicated of an actor back then.
Yeah, I don't think so.
in 2000.
He would have done like the thing from Snatch where he's just like swaying back and forth, and it's
Doesn't
like,
need that
oh, this
either.
is.
It's in all his movies.
I'm like, but it's so unsettling when you
As a
see it.
collector
Like
in
you
Marvel,
watch.
he's like kind of weird and goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
It's
but
like-
so since then I was like, okay, Benicio del Toro is in this movie. I'm excited. Love his acting. And I saw that and I was like, I don't love it. And I'm like, that was the most disappointing part. And then that whole scene, I'm just like,
Yeah.
you could get rid of all of that.
I will say the one redeeming thing that it has, it makes the very end of the movie with the kid doing the force thing to the brush. It gives it that much more of an impact. Not to say that it's worth fucking however long that entire scenario plays out for, but it does have some impact.
Yeah.
which is important.
Rewatching that scene too, that part's not as subtle as I thought it. Like I thought when they were like, oh, the kid at the end uses the Force, and then I watched the movie again. It's like super subtle.
Yeah,
like he just barely puts his hand out, and then the broom just like kind of falls over.
Mm-hmm.
But when I like thought about it after we saw it, I was like, he's like, huh, and it's like,
no, doesn't
so
he just like lift it
exaggerated.
up from the ground?
Like just barely, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't move it that much.
yeah.
But
That was great. Also, the scene where he like says like, "Oh, you're trafficking." That like he sells. To
Oh
this
yeah,
person.
that's
and then
some bullshit.
And then he's
the
like,
good guy.
"But I also sell to your
End
side."
up a bad guy.
It just so happened to be on that one random ship where
Yeah.
fucking dealing to both people.
Weapons
Fucking
dealers.
Yeah.
stupid as shit.
Case in point, throw that whole scene away.
Throw Benicio del Toro away. Everything else is fine.
Throw him away in that scene. That's it, though.
Who should have
That is
played
it,
that role
Jack.
instead?
What?
Guillermo del Toro.
Well, wasn't the guy that they were originally searching for Ralph Fiennes' brother?
Who?
Like the guy that with the actual lapel thing
Yeah.
they were looking for.
Yeah, wasn't he? I don't remember his name, but he's Voldemort's brother, essentially. The actor that plays Voldemort, his brother. Would have been so much better.
You think so?
It's like they actually went to the guy that they went there to find.
Mm-hmm. Rather than finding some random fucking Han
for a
Solo
parking
clone.
violation.
Yeah, some bullshit.
Couldn't have seen that coming.
It's space, bro. There's no parking spots.
It's like just parking your car in the middle of the strip and being like, "That's not gonna come back to bite me."
Best Star Wars movies.
I was gonna say best like favorite Star Wars thing. Period. Like. Because like I don't want to limit it to just the movies. There's like TV shows.
I want to go. Yeah, I want to go movies.
First,
I want to rank.
You want to do
where's the best?
I'd say just pick your first and your favorite and your.
Yeah, I guess your favorite and your.
We're gonna say number one.
Best Star Wars movie. Worst Star Wars movies.
Worst is for sure A New Hope.
Wow.
I think so too because like after rewatching it, it's just like a vague thing. They're just like, I fought with your father in the Clone Wars, and he's like, the Clone Wars, and you're like, wow, Clone Wars. That
Do you know?
sounds
Do you know
cool.
what makes A New Hope great? Watching every fan-made thing that makes A New Hope great.
Right, where they like tie the flashbacks.
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
they have like, oh, I fought with your father in the Clone Wars, and then you just have like the
You were my
flashbacks
brother,
to that
and,
shit.
and then they play all of episode 2.
Yeah, and then they fucking like they have the fan remake of Vader versus Kenobi, and that's just wonderful.
Yeah.
But like the lightsaber fighting is the weakest. All the like everything that makes Star Wars great is the weakest in A New Hope. At least in Empire Strikes Back, you have the Hoth scenes.
That's true.
You have everything with Yoda, the Jedi training, and then fucking Return of the Jedi. You have them like the more badass Jedi fights of the originals.
New Hope has the I'm Your Father too, right?
No,
Or is
that's
that the next one?
That's,
Empire
Strikes Back.
The first one's I Am Your Sister. No, that's in the
No, that's the third one.
Just the cool reveals in the first one.
No,
Nope.
just
They blow up a Death Star.
Just that he's a Jedi.
I guess that part's pretty cool
he a Jedi?
in A New Hope, but
It's actually really cool. If there's this YouTube channel called Corridor Crew, and they have like weekly videos where they go over how like various things make VFX and stuff. And they recently did a special on how Star Wars was made, the originals, and the technology wasn't there at all. So like everything is just like a toy essentially in front of a green screen.
yeah.
It's insane, like the shit they did. I highly recommend anybody go watch that.
Now imagine that being Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Imagine Jar Jar Binks over there.
Yeah, they only did the original trilogy in that video. So, but it's like like when the ship is like crawling towards the screen at the beginning of the movie. That's actually the camera, not the ship moving. Stuff like that.
That's cool.
Like the technology, just like they had to like literally create new technology just
That's
to make
cool.
that film.
Like favorite Star Wars movie would
No. The best Star Wars movie.
Different thing.
Yeah, two very different things.
Best-
Because he was
yeah,
very
well-
confident with his favorite.
best is subjective because Star Wars does a lot of
Is it
different
though?
things, and different movies are better at different things.
Most
than other
I
well-rounded
think most-
Star Wars
I
movies.
think it's
What's the
Rogue
best
One.
one?
movies. Most well-rounded.
It has a little bit of everything that makes Star Wars great, I think.
That's a good point. I like that.
And then you get your Vader at the very end. It's like a little happy.
Oh, you're saying Rogue One?
That's my personal. I think the most Star Warsy Star Wars film.
It's the best Star Wars movie.
It's definitely one of the newer ones.
Yeah.
You mean like newer as like Return,
Force
like
Awakens.
Like
Force Awakens and
Force Awakens, Last Jedi, or Rogue One.
No Solo. Not surprised.
Damn.
Yeah, no, Solo didn't have any Jedis in it, so it's not a good Star Wars
Hey,
at
they
all.
have fucking Vision with a little knife.
Yeah, that's so fucking cool, man.
It's a vibroblade.
The
Throw that whole
only
movie
good
away.
thing about Solo is the reveal at the end. That's legit.
And Emilia Clarke is in it. She's a babe.
Childish Gambino's in it. That's the best part
That
about
too.
fucking Solo. Lando Calrissian is back.
I mean, unfortunately, he's underutilized in that movie, but Lando's not really an interesting character. In
Yeah.
the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, for most well-rounded, I would probably put it at Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Because they have the super fucking cool space scenes. They have Chirrut, which is the closest thing to a Jedi you're gonna get. It's not Jedi-y enough, but then you do get
could
the,
see-
the
you could
Vader
see
fight
what- you
at
could
the
see what-
end.
That
you get the
Vader fight really sets it off, though.
Yeah.
Because you watch that whole movie and you're kind of like, oh, that was a good movie, and then it gets to the end and then you're like, what the fuck?
I remember watching The Force Awakens and being severely disappointed at how shit everything lightsaber related was.
Yeah.
And then I remember
I
watching
think about that every time. Every
Yeah.
time I watch that movie, I'm like, Jack
Fucking
hates every second of it. Dead serious. Proud of them units.
watching the end of Rogue One. It's just like, this gave me faith in Disney owning Star Wars, because they obviously know how to make a movie with real lightsaber fights.
Yeah.
Or like force.
They just had to give you like a kiss on the cheek, though. You know?
Yeah, it wasn't.
You know?
It needed to be so much more than it was. That like even the throne room fight in The Last Jedi, it wasn't there. It was too fast. It was all in one place. It needed to be spread out. It needed to be.
Do you ever think about there's not enough lightsabers in any Star Wars?
Yeah, and that's why I was so
nothing.
fucking excited
Nothing.
about the Old Republic movie that was coming out, but also heartbroken because Game of Thrones fuckers were doing it.
You know they would have killed everyone in that.
They would have fucked it up.
Well, that was more George R. R. Martin than those guys
Than them,
specifically. Yeah. I think if they would have done that, I think it probably would have been fine.
Probably.
That's the problem, though. It's an Old Republic movie. The Old Republic is the juiciest, most Star Warsy place of everything.
Juiciest. Yeah.
Like we were just talking about how awesome those CGI cutscenes are for Star Wars: The Old Republic.
We watched way too many of those that night. I gotta say.
There's no such thing.
No, so yeah, I agree. What the fuck?
Fucked.
Too many awesome lightsaber
Yeah, man.
fights.
Like those are like
not gonna get those from
5-minute
any
clips, and they're fucking excellent. I don't want an Old Republic movie that would be just fine. I want an Old Republic movie that would be fucking excellent.
Yeah. I was more just saying like the criticism against those guys specifically is like only based on one season of Game of Thrones. And then everyone's like overly negative about that.
How would you have
too.
ended it?
It's
How would
the
I have
nerds
ended it?
again.
I'm just
I would have
kidding.
ended
No,
it with
no.
3 more fucking seasons. Is how I would have ended it.
6 seasons and a movie. Best, your favorite Star Wars?
3.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith?
So.
Easy. Real quick,
good.
why?
Why? Because it has the
Spark Nose
most
versions.
best,
The most
the most best lightsaber fights. Most, best lightsaber fights.
I'd say best lightsaber fight period that we got.
Disagree.
Ooh.
What's better? Oh, you like
I like my favorite moment in all of Star Wars is Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon Kenobi.
I told you how I really
and
don't
you're
think.
a
Yeah.
piece of shit. So
I don't think that's great. That great of a scene. No, fucking hate it because they like. Well, it's like everything. It's like these are 2 of the strongest Jedi's, and it's like nothing.
No, they're not.
And then last second, they do the fucking close thing, which is the best part of that whole scene, where they kind of like make them wait, and then you can see the tension, and then Qui-Gon's gonna die because he's like just way too somber, and Obi-Wan's like,
he meditates.
yeah.
He
And
does
then-
the checkpoint thing from Fallen Order.
yeah, he does.
Just realized that.
So like
Yeah.
that's the best part. Everyone loves the music in that.
Because Duel of Fates is the greatest song cinema has ever heard.
Yeah, no. See, and that's the same thing. Like I don't like that music does not ring any sort of bells for me.
Dude.
Yeah. Like
That's like the epitome of nostalgia for me when it comes to Star Wars is Duel of Fates.
mine is Jar Jar Binks.
You paid attention to the wrong fucking parts in that movie.
Yeah,
when you were a kid.
I was a fucking kid when it came out.
So
all right?
was
I
I.
can't-
Jar Jar Binks. This is your humble servant.
That's so good. This is the only thing that you really just nail on the head. It's just great Star Wars impressions. Boom.
Unlike my TIE Fighter one, which
I
we'll
can't
plug.
even
We'll
pretend
plug
to
it. We'll plug it right here. go.
Oh,
sorry.
shit.
Just trying to give you a little kiss.
I would have been so upset if I was just busting my tooth right there.
Oh God.
Got it on camera.
Worst Star Wars movie, best Star Wars movie, favorite Star Wars movie.
I think I'm going to say worst in my mind is Attack of the Clones just because I can never think of anything notable about it other than Yoda. Although I do kind of like the scene where they're in the Coliseum.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
like,
really good.
It's like the closest thing you get to an old Republic fight where it's just like...
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones is, let's say it's a 2.5 hour long movie. It's 2 hours of trash and 30 minutes of greatness.
Yeah, that's fair. I think you can say that about most of them.
bold statement there, brother.
You just like it because you like Jango Fett and don't want to admit how easily he gets his head chopped the fuck off.
Oh, bro, that's the worst part about that. That's why you can't really hold too much pride being like, oh, Jango Fett's my favorite Star Wars character.
Yeah, but I mean,
they're
really,
like,
what do any of the Fetts do?
Yeah,
So.
it's like he dies in one movie and you're like...
Also, that shit's like technically a kid's movie, right? And then a kid's picking up his father's head in a helmet, and it's just like...
Yeah, man, as long as there's no blood, America gives no fucks about violence.
It's all cauterized,
I always imagine like him holding up the helmet and then the fucking head just slowly like...
Yeah.
Nah, man, Mandalorian's helmets, you know, they can't take them off.
It's fucking
They're
Velcro
designed
in
that
there.
way, I imagine, to some degree. They're like really uncomfortable, but
Oh man,
efficient.
I wonder. It's really hot in there, especially he's wearing armor and the jetpack. With that's got to be hot.
Mm-hmm.
This can be enjoyable.
And they're not allowed to shower. I made that up.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
totally fake. Totally fake.
Cool. Best Star Wars movie.
Like I said, I think best is Rogue One, just because it has all the best elements of Star Wars in one place, and you don't have to think about it too hard. You already know what the fuck's gonna happen.
I think that was the best part about Rogue One is like I knew how it ends, so it's just like I can enjoy it
But
without
I didn't
thinking.
expect it to like tie directly in, like with CGI Leia and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird.
was
That
that
weird.
Tarkin in that one too, or
Yes.
was that?
Yeah.
The different
They were like
Oh,
all of that
Tarkin
shit was in Rogue One.
Weird. That one kind of threw me off because Tarkin's
Yeah.
one of my favorite characters. So like,
Okay, explain that.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. It's just it's a weird because he like punks Vader throughout the original trilogy.
A little bit. It was just
No,
like,
he does. Like, go back and like watch scenes where Tarkin interacts with Vader.
Yeah.
He like shuts him down to a point, where he like says shit where you're like, why is he talking to Darth Vader like that?
Everybody
And
else
now
gets-
Kylo has like that parallel too with
yeah, but that's the opposite,
Dude, I can never remember his name.
the actor or the character.
The character.
Hux, General Hux,
And
because
that's it.
Poe's General Hugs.
Okay.
Message to General Hugs. Yes, this is
Oh
Hux.
yeah. Oh wait.
Dude,
Oh
that
wait,
was such a good way to start a Star Wars movie.
this is Hux. General Hugs. This is like, I'm looking for General Hugs. So great. That was such a great scene. That was
Dude,
such a great
and
scene.
people hated it.
Really?
I know
The scene?
so many people who
I
are
thought it was like
so...
really touching.
Oh no,
Like
it was
the-
so
the
good. Look,
bombs
it's just
dropping
like,
and shit.
oh well.
Oh, no, I just mean like the intro with like the jokes and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
Disney
like-
bitches.
There are
fucking
too many people
stunning.
that hate on The Last Jedi, and that movie was solid.
yeah, it's good.
I mean, they like it works so well for Marvel to have that parallel of like serious and comedic and like fun and like
it's just-
serious. Yeah.
It,
I mean, it's
breaks
better
up the
than
movie.
it's coarse and sandy or whatever the fuck his dumbass says.
It's sand is
Sand is
coarse
coarse
and rough and it's irritating and it gets everywhere.
yeah,
What was that?
from Attack of the Clones.
Oh, take a
Direct quote.
It's Anakin describing sand to Padme. Surprised you don't know that.
Yeah.
It's your favorite movie.
Worst couple in all of Star Wars. So. Fuck those guys.
They had no fucking chemistry. Favorite.
Yeah. Oh my god. And even then, in part 1, she's like really.
Yeah, she doesn't
gravitates-
age at all. He gets to be like 30.
Yeah, but even then, it's kind of like it's kind of weird. Like this is a little kid
There's
right
always gonna
there.
be,
Yeah, he's a fucking.
They set
he's
that
a
bar
pod
real,
racer.
real quick. And
Sebulba is more your age than fucking Anakin. You creep. Yeah, but she doesn't age anything, and then it's her alien race or whatever.
Isn't she human?
Is she?
It's a good question. Is there an Earth in the Star Wars universe?
No, it's a galaxy far, far away.
Why are there humans all the way out there?
Because they're fucking aliens, bro. Do you not remember the opening scene of Attack of the Clones, where it's the fucking bounty hunter who's also a shapeshifter alien?
God, that's just such a terrible part of the movie.
You're welcome for that.
I literally
You're welcome
forget
for
sticks.
that.
I literally forget that part of the movie exists every time I rewatch it.
Yeah, right.
It's like, what is it? Is this new Star Wars? Have I not seen? Oh no, this is just the worst part of
Dude,
the fucking
tell me
movie.
why Phantom Menace came on, and it was like the opening couple minutes. I'm like, what? I know this is Star Wars, but I was like, which one is this? And then I like kind of got into it a little bit, and I was like, oh, why the fuck don't I remember this? Like,
dude, it starts off where Qui-Gon and Obi go to the Trade Federation. They go in the room. They're greeted by droids. They gas the room, and then they get out with lightsabers, fight some droideka, and then they escape to Naboo, and then they're fucking meeting the Gungan and shit.
I thought I was seeing all that, and I was like, this has got to be Episode 2. It's got to be. And then I see young, then I see young Anakin, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with me?
Favorite.
I got you. I was thinking about it. I think it is going to be the third one too. I think it just has it's the most exciting one. It's the most climactic. You finally get to see what happens to Vader.
That's true. Yeah. I have the high ground. Don't do it, Anakin.
God, I love it. Okay. Before we get to yours, favorite Jedi.
I'll circle back. I need to think of this.
Mace Windu.
That's
Easy.
fair. Yeah.
Easy.
Obi-Wan.
Overrated.
Not surprised.
No.
You say overrated?
Yeah,
I think when people fuck with Qui-Gon too much, I'm like, yeah, but he died.
Qui-Gon's number 2, man.
Hey, man, he didn't have enough time to be ruined. You know? He's only in one movie.
You can't ruin Liam Neeson unless the movie is...
He hates black people.
Unless the movie is bad.
Or he did at a time.
He did for a year, and then he got over himself.
You know,
he was like, I got to make Taken 4. No, not Taken. Yeah, Taken 4.
Probably.
I was thinking the Transporter, and I was like, nah, it's
Wrong
Jason
movie.
Statham.
That's,
then I was like,
DeLorean.
Is that? Oh yeah, you were telling me. You're like, it's just Taken, and I was like,
no,
Taken 1 or Taken 2?
It's Transporter.
Oh, Transporter. Yeah. And then you're like, it's Transporter 2, and I was like, oh, I love it. Like, I love that. So as long as it's not Crank, I'm good.
Crank was great.
Oh, you're out of your mind,
dude. Crank was great.
Out of your mind.
Crank was solid.
Where he puts the fucking the fucking jumper cables on the battery. 2? Was that Crank 2? Was there a second one that I don't remember?
2 was like they really leaned into the bullshit.
Like they didn't lean into it the first time.
No, dude. The end of Crank, he falls had to have out of a plane or a helicopter,
horse racing.
To keep his adrenaline up, yeah.
Oh, that was.
I mean, that was the whole point of the movie.
That was very tamed. All right. No, you're not missing much. Watch Transporter 2.
It's
a great
classic
movie.
Jason Statham.
I definitely walked past it at Blockbuster a couple times. I was like, that's a movie I've already seen without seeing it.
Yeah, it's a Transporter 2. Yeah. Favorite Jedi?
So I had this answer before you guys start talking about fucking Jason Statham.
Qui-Gon,
favorite
Obi-Wan.
Jedi.
I think it's probably going to be Obi-Wan.
Man of taste.
I really like Kylo Ren.
It's similar beard.
He's not a Jedi, but you know what I'm saying.
Kylo.
Like he's a lightsaber fella. I don't want to like rule them out.
That's fair. I never thought about that. I definitely wouldn't put
Darth
that.
Vader's
Where's
cool.
Star Wars, Marco?
Solo.
Attack of the Clones. Yeah,
Easy.
I get you. That's
Solo.
a good, yeah, I would have said Attack of the Clones too, man.
Yep. Solo was definitely not the worst. It was definitely
No,
either
Solo
Attack
was
of the
the-
Clones or
It's passable, yeah.
Honestly, so I remember watching Solo, and as I'm watching it, I'm like, "There's nothing happening in this movie."
There's plenty that happens. In
Yeah,
Solo.
but
Have
nothing.
you rewatched it, or you only saw
Yes.
it the one time?
No, I've rewatched it.
When was the last time you rewatched Attack of the Clones? Did you ever watch them side by side?
Let's go put it on
Picture in picture? No, never picture in picture. I miss
like
picture in
literally,
picture.
let's go watch Attack of the Clones. We'll come back and record another hour specifically about that movie.
I'll have nothing but praises to sing.
Oh, really?
I find that hard to
Oh,
believe.
yeah,
really?
watch me. Watch me like
Yep.
something out of sheer despite for someone else.
I would dare you to spend an hour praising Attack.
We're not even.
We're
gonna talk
doing
in it. We're just gonna
another
look
Star
at
Wars
you.
episode. We're gonna
And
break
what
down
else?
every Star Wars movie. We'll just we'll put it on like a TV and we'll just watch it. And
Well,
just
we're gonna
go
do movie commentaries
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, so we'll do every single one. Hands down, Solo is the worst movie. Nothing fucking happens in that movie. I do not like what's his name that plays Han Solo. He's not as charming as
Emerson or
Harrison
some
Ford.
shit?
Yeah, he's not as charming as Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford's a dick, though.
I'll take it. Fuck, dude, is way better than that guy.
The only bad thing about Solo is how they gave him the name Solo.
Right. He's just like.
Because he's by himself.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that means like there's a big Han Solo secret out there that his name is probably like Han Jefferson.
Han Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker. Oh, no, he's
of
already dead. Never mind. Yeah, so Solo hands down. The best part was Darth Maul.
You don't even get to like that. You
But
fucking
no, let me
Phantom
finish.
Menace hater.
Let me finish. At the same time, I do not give a fuck about Darth Maul. So that part, I was like, oh, that's cool.
Did you watch the Clone Wars, like the show at all?
I was gonna say that too.
No, but I saw him when he got his little robot legs.
Oh yeah.
He has the robot legs in Solo.
Yeah.
And the guy
Does he?
Yeah.
What? So like you told me that takes place after. It's have to, yeah, because that's when he comes back. Yeah. I don't remember seeing those fucking spider legs.
They're
It's not
only
the spider ones. He's got spider legs at first, and then he gets normal robot.
Boo!
legs.
Should have kept the spider legs. That would have been like.
Well, doesn't he get his ass kicked by Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars?
Yeah, and he also
with the spider legs. Does he cut off one of the spider legs? And he was like, "I should just have 2 legs."
Probably, but he also he couldn't fit through doors. He just
Is that serious?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say. I was like, if they really put that in there, I'd show way more love to Darth Maul.
he was just trying to go visit his family, and he's just he's like,
yeah. So the cool thing about Darth Maul is that he's from Dathomir, which is a cool fucking planet in and of itself.
Why is it cool?
Because
You just can't say that because I'm on fucking.
Yeah, man.
Gotta know.
There's a huge missed opportunity. So there are these group of people that live on Dathomir called the Night Sisters, and they use something called Force sorcery, which I think is a huge missed opportunity.
Force sorcery
For the word forcery, like. But no, the Night Sisters.
You're not wrong.
The Night Sisters are they're this badass group of people who essentially make the Zabraks their bitch.
The species.
Zabrax,
That's Darth
Maul.
Maul's species. Yeah.
What's up with his brother?
He doesn't have a brother, or does he have a brother?
I think
I
he
don't
has a
know.
brother. Right?
He's the guy he travels with in Clone Wars. But
Well, yeah, the guy that helps build him the robot legs. Is that not his brother?
I don't know.
But it's another.
It's another
Darth Maul.
Zabrak.
Zabrak. Why couldn't they come up with a fucking cooler alien name? Of
Come up
course,
with
you
a
got to
cool
use
fucking
Z's.
alien name.
Yeah, you gotta be
on the spot right now.
Yeah,
Come up
I was
with a
gonna
cooler
say,
alien name.
Fuck, I can only think of Z's and X's.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Okay.
rewrite the Star Wars movies.
How should it have ended, Marco?
Solo, it should have just ended in the fucking trash can.
Well, then we never would have had the other movies where Solo is there, because he never would have made it. Look what you did. You ruined the Star Wars space-time continuum.
Worst movie, Solo, hands down.
Okay.
Best, I think I gotta agree, it's Rogue One. Rogue One, I think, is just the most
Hey, let's
well-rounded
not rule it
Star
out,
Wars.
guys.
Yeah.
New one comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Rotten
trust me,
Tomatoes
I
isn't
know.
saying good
No, they're not.
That's every Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Come on.
But let's be real. It's the second
the
worst
nerds.
reviewed Star Wars movie, which means we might get the second best Star Wars lightsaber fight.
Yeah. I have faith.
We're looking up here, guys. We're looking up. My favorite,
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. You've made this clear.
honestly, Revenge of the Sith. I think I have to go Revenge of the Sith. Yeah.
Cool. So we're all pretty similar in our
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah, I think just...
For best
I
and
think
favorite.
all of us have
Yeah.
different worsts, but everybody.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We all have
Yeah.
the
Same
same
best.
best and favorite.
Yeah, that's true.
And what's funny is we talked a lot about how we disagreed with the worst movies with each other and did not even
No one
idle
budged.
on the
No
fact
one budged. They're
that
like,
we all had the
"Nah,
same shit.
Yeah.
You win some and lose some, Sandra Bullock.
I love Miss Congeniality.
So you guys excited? You're going to go see the movie tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm not.
Dude, get a Thursday off. I mean, Jesus Christ. That's all you had to do. Speaking of the movie coming out, since we're kind of coming up on time, I want to hear predictions about the new Star Wars movie.
I have many.
We've got plenty.
I don't want to say as brief as possible, but Spark Note version.
Spark
of
Note.
it, yeah.
I
Just because
do.
we've already done 50 minutes and we haven't talked about the new movie at all.
Spark Notes. I don't think that Snoke is gone. I think he's coming back in some way, shape, or form.
Ooh, do you think it's going to be Palpatine?
I think
I
it's
don't-
really
just
Palpatine
Snoke.
in some form. That was my
I because they
Somehow.
differentiated so strongly between him not being a Sith. I think he is in and of his own-
Snoke?
Yeah, Snoke was
That's
not
true.
a Sith.
That's true.
He was a
because
sniff.
Like
It's different, but
that's
same.
my biggest prediction. Is
I think there's going to be some tie between the two of them for sure.
I think
Like,
there's
he
going to
was
be
like
some
his eyes and ears or
animosity
something.
between the two of them.
Ooh, you think they're gonna be beefing?
Yeah,
they're
because
gonna
like
make
they're
out.
they're both on the dark side of the Force, but one of them is a Sith and the other one isn't.
Who do you think is stronger?
Snoke.
Ooh, really?
You never see him do much other than like throw Rey around, which we all want to do.
Yeah, but he did connect them.
Am I right?
Maybe he didn't, but he did claim to connect them across the fucking galaxy, which the most we've ever seen Palpatine do is get fucked by his own Force lightning. Yeah. So,
Dumb bitch.
yeah.
Best thing Snoke does ever is where Rey's going for Kylo's lightsaber and it just like swings around and hits
Hits him in the back of the head. Yeah.
Right.
That's great.
Also, you can't like just toss Andy Serkis under the table as a CGI.
I was thinking that too. Plus, they recast Ian McDermott or not recast, but they brought him back. So I was like, it'd be really weird if it was him the whole time. But I think there's definitely gonna be some kind of connection.
That's like my biggest prediction. Other than that, I think we're probably gonna see a real answer to who Rey's parents are. I don't believe they're nobody. I think that was just like a
Who do you got?
type of thing. Who do I think? I'm not sure. I like as Obi-Wan being my favorite Jedi. I'm still of the mind that it'd be cool as fuck for her to be a descendant.
He hasn't
of
been tied
Obi-Wan?
into the new series
Yeah.
at all.
Shit, they really have not talked about Obi-Wan at all.
They've used Obi-Wan as a voice clip when Rey picks up the
but that was it,
lightsaber.
Sell your
right there.
next.
But like, who? Think of the Star Wars saga. Really, who is Obi-Wan in the originals? He's a guy that's in the movie for 20 minutes as a mentor and then dies. Yeah. So someone like they don't know shit about the Old Republic or like even the New Republic, which is I guess what the prequels were.
And he was an old man,
Plus, it's
so
all
then
about
he
the
definitely could have had a
Skywalkers.
kid.
Like they don't like watching The Mandalorian. They don't even know what the fuck Baby Yoda is. Everyone's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Everyone forgot that one of his species was on the motherfucking Jedi Council.
Or maybe they're so distant from it that they don't know what.
Two of them. Yaddle, yeah.
They don't know what it is. Like maybe that was a galaxy that was maybe far away, or just even like they have no care for what the Jedi Council is.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's
have they talked about Jedis in The Mandalorian at all?
no.
No. Even when they like talk about Yoda, they're just like, we don't.
No one knows what the fuck
we don't know
the
what
child
it is.
is.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so they haven't even brought that up yet.
One episode left.
So you think it's gonna be Obi-Wan?
I don't know.
I would like for it the inkling,
to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Rise of the Skywalker.
What do you think the Rise of Skywalker means?
Redemption for Kylo.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
Oh, because he is the
Rey
Skywalker,
turns,
huh?
Kylo turns good. Wears a white mask.
I think what's going to happen, like the end of the movie is essentially going to be Kylo and Rey fighting against Palpatine.
Yeah. You could kind of see that in the trailer in some strange ways.
Yeah.
What do you guys think that they do with Leia? You think she dies off screen?
You said that.
I don't think she dies.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I think she rises. Yeah, I don't know. I think
You
they might
say
go off
that,
screen.
and I feel like they could definitely play her character off screen, where they kind of like, hey, I'm gonna take care of things here, some little weak answer like that, and then just pull it off.
Yeah. I think if they wanted to kill Leia off, they could have in The
Oh,
Last
I feel
Jedi.
like they should have.
Yeah.
I feel like if you would have just let her die like that, that would have been fucking.
I think everybody hates the fact that she uses Force powers, but she's always shown to be
Yeah,
Force
it makes
sensitive.
sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
I don't care about that, but I think like if they would have killed her then it would have been like, that's homage, you know?
Yeah, I
because
think
that was an emotional, like when that scene happens, you're like, oh,
Yeah, you're like, holy
yeah, because like
man.
Kylo's like, I'm not gonna do it. I killed
Yeah.
my dad, and then fucking
Yeah.
homeboy does it,
Yeah.
and then it's just like, oh fuck.
you think that TIE
Leia,
fighter
no.
was like, fucking nailed it?
Well, that was Kylo, wasn't it?
No, there's
Kylo's-
another TIE
yeah,
fighter.
yeah,
Yeah, there's
I
another
remember
TIE fighter
that.
that shoots the
He
shot.
was just like, oh, fuck.
And he was like,
Psych him
"Dude,
out."
fucking missed. And then he was like, yeah, that was my mom.
Oh, he just drives past her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she just died at like an inopportune time
Yeah.
for them to be able to do
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Not to say that her,
Well, they said,
obviously her death.
You know, like
was-
people have said that they do her justice. So
Yeah, and
that's
which-
why I'm like they probably won't kill her off screen. But I was like, also,
I don't think they're gonna kill her at all. Like,
That's
there's no reason to.
They're
you
reusing
know?
footage.
I
from
think
the
I think she dies for sure.
Yeah.
See, that's
Yeah,
what I
I
was
think she
thinking.
does,
So
for
like, Han dies, Luke dies, Leia dies. Lando's in this next movie. You think he's gonna die?
Ooh,
I think they're gonna kill Lando and not
he
Leia.
dies first.
That's right.
You think they're gonna kill Lando and what?
Not Leia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see.
Because like, don't you think that would be like the most like important homage of all? The only like original cast member to have actually died gets to be the only original cast member to actually live on in the series,
just to be never used again. Thanks.
No, in the scroll, General Organa, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
that's gonna be episode 10. That'll be episode 10.
Well, I don't think they're doing episode 10.
No, they're done with the Skywalkers. They've already confirmed it.
I also have here. I think Finn will die.
Comes out, and then it's gonna be.
They're done. No episode.
Fucking 10. Watch it, all right. Give it 2 more years. The fuck, like y'all don't know how these movies come out.
You guys think they're gonna kill any of the new characters?
No.
Yes.
Ooh.
I think Finn might sacrifice himself. Is what I was thinking.
That's a good one.
Because he has like,
Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac.
Poe
Dameron.
I think Poe Dameron's going to use the Force in some way.
Ooh, bold statement.
I can get behind that.
Can you?
I can get behind it. Yeah.
Poe either holds a lightsaber or uses the Force.
I want to see him use Force. If he does it, yeah. But if you
in
use
the same way,
lightsaber.
Anakin was really good at piloting because he used the Force.
Yeah. I think it's going to be more like a
Finn
Luke destroying the Death Star sort of moment.
Yeah.
Although I think if anything, it's going to lean closer towards him using a lightsaber rather than the Force.
Yeah. Just because this movie's very fan servicey.
Really,
I'm gonna hate it.
What I heard it's
really.
I heard like it's like they took like a list of theories from the internet and just like checked them off.
Sort of like
Jackson will love this movie.
Like what?
Endgame.
Oh, well, Endgame's the best movie ever made, so.
Except for everything that happened before the final battle.
No, that part was awesome.
There's timeline issues there that I just got a whole.
I mean, the fact that they did a time heist is the worst part of that.
It's
fucking
just
movie,
it's the way that it all culminated together was just it's beautiful.
Any other theories, thoughts, side notes that you want to get out there for the prediction?
Force Ghost of Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In some form.
Force Ghost Qui-Gon. Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, with Ewan McGregor.
Oh, love Ewan.
Is
the original Obi-Wan dead?
Yes. Long dead.
Long dead.
Oh, yeah.
Long
well,
dead.
I mean, yeah, he was kind of...
We came out in the 70s.
He was an old man,
One of the things that
I've
read that I really hope is true, Ashoka cameo.
Dude.
A who?
That'd be nuts.
So Anakin, during the Clone Wars, had an apprentice.
Oh, Asuka.
Ashoka.
Yeah.
Ashoka Tano.
She's got the fucking...
She's not the Twi'lek, but she's the...
alien with the fucking things going on.
Yeah, and she dual wields lightsabers.
Orange lightsaber? Green and blue,
Green
right?
and blue. But eventually, I think she gets different color ones. I think they're white in Rebels.
Why do you think she'll show up?
It's been teased by J.J. Abrams, and I hope it's truth.
I'm just trying to think of like how that would work.
Who wrote this one? Was it JJ?
Yeah.
They went back to JJ?
I don't think JJ wrote it. I think
he's just directing it.
Okay. Yeah, because they had the same writer or different. I don't know if they had the same or different.
Because Ryan wrote and directed the last one.
Yeah,
yes.
Ryan Johnson.
So I think JJ
Ryan.
I think
Shout out,
JJ was a part of the writing process, but not the actual screenwriter.
Co-writer kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Writer Chris Terrio and J.J. Abrams.
Boom.
Ooh.
Called it.
Boom. Nailed it. What are your bold predictions?
This guy also wrote Batman vs Superman.
Boo!
A lot of the ones that we talked about were very similar. I said somehow Snoke and Palpatine are like related or directly connected. Poe will use the Force in some form. Finn dies by sacrificing himself. Leia dies off screen. I just put Rey's lineage question mark because I didn't really have a thought about it, but I think Obi-Wan is a good...
That's a good
It'd
one.
be interesting, but like the Rise of Skywalker being Kylo makes a lot of sense.
The reason why I'm with you, the reason why I'm with you on Finn
racist.
sacrificing himself, because he has a love interest in the first movie, a love interest in the second movie gets added on top of the love interest from the first movie, and I hear he's got a new one in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, face slaying some space pussy.
Yo, can we just talk real quick about how like Cockney John Boyega is?
Dude, he's fucking great though.
I
love John Boyega.
What's Cockney mean?
It's
Cockney? He's like...
It's not even Cockney, I don't even think, but it's like... you ever seen Attack the Block?
Yeah.
Like every character in that movie?
It's like...
Granted, he's in that movie.
It's ghetto British.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, in
like
Star Wars?
No, just the actor.
Oh yeah. I mean,
He's hardcore.
that's just
But he's a weeb, which is great.
I know, it's just
when
so
you
funny
when
to
you grow
listen
up
to.
in the streets. You in the streets.
He says Naruto, though.
That's sad. But he did highlight the fucking Levi killing, or not killing, but like going hard on the Beast Titan.
Good stuff.
Big anime fan.
John Boyega, yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. Nice. Also, thanks for ruining Attack on Titan.
When was the last time you watched it?
You know what a Beast Titan is?
Yeah, I do.
No,
What
you
is it?
don't.
Name it in 6 words.
So that's season 2, right?
Nope.
After that, season 3. Is there season 3 already?
Season 4 already.
Season 3
is
is... Well, 4's not out yet. Season 3 was broken up into 2 parts.
I'm just
Okay.
trying to...
Okay. Yeah. No. I
No,
don't
for real,
understand
dude.
that.
Season 3, top tier.
Spoilers for season 3 of Attack on Titan.
Levi kills a Titan in it.
It doesn't kill a Titan,
He cuts it with a sword.
which is the premise of Attack on Titan.
Oh, man. All right, you guys ready to go see the new movie?
I am tomorrow at
Oh, dude, I'm
10:45.
so ready.
Tomorrow at 10:45.
I'm
Why
so
couldn't you
ready.
pick a fucking earlier day? Like
It was
time?
the only time frame for IMAX.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I hate that I have to wear fucking glasses tomorrow. I want you to know that.
Aren't
you
you
guys have
happy
seen
that
it
you don't have
3D?
to fucking pay for it, though?
Ooh.
I have to pay for one of them.
No, you don't. Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
Oh man, tell Sarah that.
Yeah.
I'll buy popcorn and hot dogs.
Also, there's no better... Like, you can't not see it for your first time in IMAX, even if you got to wear the shitty glasses.
If they got IMAX 2D, is the way to go.
Yeah,
I think it might
2D.
be. I think I
IMAX
can't
2D.
remember, but it might be. I'll have to check after this.
See if
40X,
we'll
bro.
get
When
it.
are we going to do the 40X at the
Oh,
movie theater?
this one comes out in 40X.
I don't know what the fuck 40X is.
It's like you got motion. You remember? Did you ever go
Oh,
to
is
Adventure
it, is
Dome?
it the fucking,
You ever go
like,
to Adventure Dome?
Like where you're in the chair and it moves
Yeah.
with you? I saw Jurassic World with that. Fucking terrible.
Jurassic, the new one?
The old one.
Jurassic World, the Jurassic
Well,
Park.
they have a brand new theater at the
No.
Red Rock Casino.
Jurassic
That has
World.
40X.
The first one.
Okay.
Not the new one, the old one.
Right.
There's Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, yeah, but I was just making sure because you said the old one, and I was like,
Yeah.
do you
There's a
mean
new
just
Jurassic
normal
World
Jurassic
and an
Park?
old Jurassic
The
World.
last world. There you go.
Motherfucker.
It was a simple question. All right,
And you made
Jesus.
the answer so complicated.
Was it the fucking original with Jeff Goldblum in it or not?
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
Not
he's
the
in
first
newest
one. He's in the second
Yeah, it
one.
wasn't- see, that's what I'm saying. Fuck. Solid question to ask.
Not really. Actually, you know what? I think it was the new one.
Yeah, I was like, the theater's kind of...
That was actually pretty good. I will say that was pretty good.
No.
Fuck you. That's
That
where I
movie
draw
was
the
trash.
line.
That
You
movie
may
was-
talk all the shit about Attack of the Clones. Don't you disrespect Jurassic Park: The Lost World.
Whoa, whoa.
Jurassic World. The
Jurassic
Lost-
World 2?
The Last World Park.
You're not even saying
Park
real
World.
movies anymore.
Jeff Goldblum's in it.
Yeah, but the fucking premise of that movie is just hot
Yeah,
garbage.
man, it's the fucking same movie over and over again.
Is that
Like,
the one where the island's exploding?
It's the one
so-
where the island's exploding and they fucking clone a raptor and
Hey.
Tyrannosaurus Rex to make the world's
And it
most
sneaks
greatest
into
carnivore.
a girl's...
when that, when
But
that,
guess what the plot of the first movie was they fucking cloned a raptor and a
Mm-hmm.
Tyrannosaurus Rex and it got loose in the fucking park.
but say when, what's the long neck, the Brontosaurus?
Mm-hmm.
When it was stuck on the island and they were floating away.
Bro,
on the
that
boat?
scene was just a fucking train wreck of tears.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say train wreck of fucking wreckage.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like,
I know.
whoa.
I fucking had a pulling on you
There
there.
you go. I like it. Sadness. It was on at work, and I just saw that scene, and I'm like,
Gotta look away.
oh,
Gotta look away.
I gotta get back to work. Jesus Christ.
Back to...
All right.
Final thoughts?
Any final thoughts on Star Wars?
I think it's gonna be fucking excellent.
I'm
Oh, dude,
excited.
me too. I love every Star Wars movie.
I'm literally going to wake up at like 10 in the morning to go see it.
On
so I
Friday?
can go do
What
it
day?
before work.
What day?
Friday?
Monday?
Either Friday or Saturday.
Oh, Friday or Saturday.
I could do it Monday too, though. Before we meet up again to record the second half. You can cut that out so it's seamless. Don't
No.
Remember to wear
Well,
the
no.
same exact
If you go on,
clothes
if you
next
go
week.
on, if you go on Monday, I'll go with you.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
So if you go on
the
Monday,
thing,
I'll go
my
with
worry
you.
is like
If you go on the weekend, I'll go too. So,
yeah. If I do, it'll be. I'll
I'm
just
busy
have to do
at
it before I
10.
go to work. But my concern is like
It's football.
going through that weekend and not having a lot of work to
Get
do
off the
and
fucking.
being on the internet.
Yeah, get off the computer.
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
my whole
dude.
job is on a computer.
Yeah, get to do some fucking work. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you gotta. I
I
mean,
mean, he was just telling you how busy it is, and it's all stressful.
we don't work on the same projects.
He was telling you how
Can't talk
busy it
about
is
it
in
too
his
much.
office. Your office is probably somewhat like that as well.
Those are statements.
Cannot confirm nor deny. Non-disclosure agreement.
Oh, you signed one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sign one at any place you work at in this industry.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
What industry is it? Find out next time.
What?
The Underachievers podcast.
That would have been a good one. That would have been a good one. I'm gonna do a fake out where I close it and then I'll be like, I'm just kidding, guys. We're still here.
Smart. Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
No,
one.
that's how.
That was just for
That's
me,
how we
though.
should go into the second half.
Oh. What is that one? How does Duel of Fates go?
That's as far as I'm going with that.
On that note, I was really hoping you guys would keep going, then I could just exit the show like that. And thank you for watching episode 14. 14? We're on 14, right? Episode 14 of the Underachievers podcast. Oh, actually, this is part 1 of this one, so we're going to record another hour. So disregard all this bullshit.
Yeah,
we're going to watch Star Wars.
We're going to come back. We're going to see how accurate we were.
There's going to be some spoilers in that next one.
Realistically?
Yeah, there will be spoilers after this point if you're still
I don't know how high to get before I go watch Star Wars.
Don't.
Just bring a notepad.
No, because I enjoy movies so much more when I'm high.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I love movies when I'm just stoned out of my brain. But it's Star
You're one of
Wars.
them now.
Huh?
What?
Well, you're
Instead
going to
of
see it
one of
twice
them.
anyway, it sounds like.
Only a Sith deals in absolute. God, this really is the fucking nerdiest podcast that
We
we've
can
done.
get worse.
Yeah.
You just need to watch more anime.
Oh no, we can.
Play
We're
a
gonna
game
like
of
I
Dungeons
said.
and Dragons.
You still. I'm gonna pay to have you set up a whole campaign, and then you can't be like, "Well, it needs to be this and this." I'm be like, "No, I'm gonna pay you. You just fucking DM it, and that's it.
I can.
And don't worry about everything else.
And then
Just
Marco
fucking
finds
DM
out how
it.
much miniatures cost. And then he's like,
What are you talking about? He
I'll kinda
has
pay
way
you.
too many.
I don't have enough. I don't have enough.
Not enough. And you've seen his house. It's
I
ridiculous.
have, yeah.
Depending on who comes, we can do a one shot on Christmas with Melissa Brunch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Bring the
okay.
cameras.
Yeah, I'll talk
Bring the
about
mics.
that off camera.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up.
Let's do it. Let's go watch The Rise of Skywalker.
Is it an iPhone?
No.
I thought it was an iPhone. I was like, damn, look at you. Finally upgrading. Can I just say, usually I have the
This is
best
the guy
outfits.
with an iPhone 4S or some shit.
4S, how dare you? It's a 5S. Usually a man that dresses relatively nice on this show. I'm jealous that you wore the beanie and hoodie combo. It's a great outfit. Sweatpants, maybe not the best option.
Joggers.
But
I was going to say that.
top
Joggers.
up, you look fantastic.
And I'm
Jack,
repping
your joggers
that
look
Critical
good.
Role. Got my nerd on while getting my nerd on.
Someone could just assume by the beard that you were going to get your nerd on.
Mm-hmm.
Or your
Big trip. Thank you for doing this. We're going to do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll do it.
And we're
many
going to
times.
watch. We got to watch Star Wars tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm
And you'll
interested to
just
see how accurate we are and if we come back happy or not. 'Cause it's a
I'm-
legitimate concern, I think.
Yeah.
At this point.
Mm-hmm.
Are we? I'm not concerned.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
I'm
I haven't
worried.
been disappointed with a Star Wars ever. So.
I'm worried.
No, Solo came out and I was disappointed by that.
Liked it.
Loved it. Needed some more of
The
it.
Darth Maul reveal was enough for me to just like forget everything about that movie.
You
and
know-
just love that they introduced Darth Maul again.
That was the only thing that kept me through that movie. You were like, hey, there's something in that movie.
There's a deep cut in there, lore-wise.
It happens very late. And I was just like, if Jack liked it, I'm going to like it too.
I'm gonna let you down, but you're also a piece of shit.
Yeah,
So it's not
and then
my
like
fault.
it was a terrible movie. Then I was like, oh, this is where it happens. And then it was Darth Maul, and I was like, that's what he's talking about. And I was like, and then I asked you, I was like, hey, is this what you were talking about? And you're like, yeah. I was like, I knew it.
I assumed you were a man of taste.
Yeah.
not squalor. So
Yeah, that and Childish Gambino. That's all
Only
I
in
need.
shoes, apparently. And even then.
Even then,
We've seen your N64 shoes.
yep. Well, I got
way too proud of.
I got a pair of ugly shoes in the mail.
Why is he excited about that?
You'll see why
find out
on the
next
next
week.
episode of Dragon Ball Z. Do another Star Wars sound. Do another Star Wars sound.
I thought you were trying to do a TIE fighter, and then it hit. I'm like, why are you doing the same sound, motherfucker?
It's like R2D2.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.